The afternoon classes pass. The afternoon class passes, rather. Once again, I found myself without a plan for something to do after school, so I head to the library to return a couple of the books I finished reading.
Oh, not this again, please.
Walking inside, I see there are about as many students here as there were on Tuesday, all the more evident from the almost total silence enveloping the room.
Oh, hello. What's she want? She want my taste of nuts?
No, no one does. Shut up. As I drop the books I'd borrowed into the return slot in the counter, Yuko suddenly pops up from behind it, quite startled from the banging they make as they hit the trolley next to her. Ah, sorry, Yuko, didn't mean to startle you.
Bitch, yes you did.
No, that's fine. It happens a lot. I'm used to it by now.
If you're used to it by now, you wouldn't get startled.
Can I help you? It's okay. I think I know where everything is. Thanks anyway. I suppose I'll grab another book or two while I'm here. There's not much else to do, and after reading so much during my stay in the hospital, it's become a hard habit to break. I wander down to the fiction section towards the back of the library, scanning the bookshelves for anything that catches my eye. As I do, I look over to the corner where Hanako had been the last time I was here, not really expecting anything to come of it. Surprisingly, though, she's there, absorbed completely in a fairly thick book. I decide against intruding on her like last time and get to finding reading material.
Time passing.
After an indiscernible amount of time spent perusing the aisles, afternoon comes back,
God damn it.
and I finally decide on a couple of books to get and slide them off the shelf.
There's a moth flying around my screen right now, and it's just like, there it is, and now it's going over here, up, over there. Okay, I'm turning the music back on a little bit. Come on, get it, the 8, there we go. Okay, let's go.
With a minimum of fuss, I quickly walk over to the counter, check out my books, and pop them into my bag as I walk out.
I thought he was gonna say pop them into his mouth.
By the time I leave the main building, sunset isn't too far away. A small trickle of students remain, but the majority have left, presumably to their homes and dorms. Feeling utterly drained, I head to my room to read the books I borrowed. There's been enough action and excitement for one day already.
You know, it seems pretty rare that somebody with a disability would go to this specific school and live in that town.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of saying it's kind of ridiculous to say that they live in the town.
Well, there's a city nearby also, so there's probably some people that commute from there.
I would hate that. Keep reading.
The first is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I know the story, of course, but I've never actually read the original book.
Might be ready for some rape.
It's just as trippy as I remember the story to be, with the wacky characters and nonsense plot.
That's Walt Disney for you.
I start thinking of myself as some kind of an Alice, too, haplessly tumbling down the rabbit hole into this cripple wonderland. Best line in the whole story, hands down.
I don't know. I think what is the best line ever. I mean, he says it so much.
No, you see, someone needs to make a Katawa Shoujo movie and entitle it Katawa Shoujo, Cripple Wonderland. Either that or Katawa Shoujo Gimp Chicks.
I'm
Either
gonna
way.
kill you.
Either way would be good. Okay, that's a rather strong expression. Still, the isolated location and the overt way the school accommodates to absolutely everything is unsettling.
You know what's
like-
unsettling? Your face.
It is like another world.
But his face is unsettling me. Fix it. Fix it now. Fix it.
I wonder why I can't shake the feeling of being an outsider like Alice, despite everyone being so hospitable and friendly with me.
Yeah, I know, but when you have Kenji as a neighbor, you feel pretty outside.
Yeah. Turning another page, my mind starts drifting further away from the book. It's quiet. I can hear my heartbeat thumping against the fabric of my shirt.
You know who else can hear your heartbeat? Kenji.
Ew. For some reason, it makes me feel really bad, like it has since that time in the forest with Hinamako. Like I was locked in a cage with something nasty and scary.
Wait, he was in a forest there?
Yes.
It It just seemed like he was in a tree outside of the school door.
He was in a tree.
Well, like, next to a tree.
I'd like to be a tree.
What?
Pony reference.
Oh.
I put the book down for a while and stare at the ceiling after it takes a little bit of time to get dark. Taking my time to shake off the feeling.
200 pages later.
200 pages later, I fall asleep.
I should have had to click 200 times right there. I should have just said page. All of the annoying things. All of the annoying things I could put into this game. Imagine it. Well, what the hell? I scrolled and it did something weird. Katawa Shoujo. A school for crippled people.
It means gimp chicks.
Is that what Katawa Shoujo means?
More or less. The students roll into class for the Saturday morning session, each and every one of them sporting the tired eyes of people that have worked through the night. With only a day left to prepare, I suppose it's not so surprising. Thankfully, we only have to suffer through classes until the lunch break, and then our time is our own.
Lies.
Mutou lurches into class in a tired stagger. I suppose students are the only people here that enjoy their late Friday nights. Mutou,
what you doing that night, babe?
Without saying a word, he scrolls some page and question numbers on the board and slumps down at his desk.
Freaking hungover bastard. What was he doing last night with all them hookers?
It's completely atypical behavior for him, but it appears that no one in the class is going to call him out on it.
It seems like atypical. Atypical?
Yes. Yeah, it's atypical.
It's completely typical. Very typical of Mutou. Very. I mean, he does it every time.
Wordlessly, the student... Yeah, it's atypical every time. Wordlessly, the students shuffle their textbooks into positions and get to work. Not wanting to break the trend, I do the same. Sometimes you just gotta break the trend. You gotta break out, go against the dystopia, man.
We
gotta stop burning the books and
stop talking
fuck
about
everything.
Fahrenheit and keep talking about Katawa.
But maybe they're the same.
If they were the same...
That would be weird as fuck.
If they were the same...
Fatigue has made the class antisocial. Not a peep is heard among the ruffling papers.
Andy, we have to make a story like this. In
Fahrenheit
the world
51. The temperature at which paper catches fire and burns Hanako's face.
Fahrenheit 51, really? Because I'm pretty
451. That's what I said.
You said 51.
I said 451. Fuck you.
You said 51.
Fuck you.
Because I'm pretty sure I can make that much heat with my hands.
Fuck you.
If you know what I'm saying now.
Pretty sure my blood is 98 point something.
Yeah, but that's not Fahrenheit.
Yes, it is.
Shut up.
That can partly be attributed to the two empty seats beside me. For some reason, Misha and Shizune aren't present, probably doing some council work from the festival.
No, they're having sex somewhere with some guy they met at the park.
Who says they need a guy?
Me.
Okay. Fair enough. It's very quiet without Misha present.
That's strange. Like, how can one person be so loud? It's like a freight train.
I don't know, you tend to do that in chemistry.
I do it because I know what's gonna happen, and it annoys me.
I wonder if she was born as rowdy as she is, or if she's making up for Shizune's lack of voice.
What is her disability?
She broke a nail in 3rd grade. Nakai, can I speak to you for a moment?
That depends. Are you gonna bitch at me about being hungover?
Probably not. He's probably going to talk to you about science! And by science, I mean your life. I'm so engrossed in thinking about Misha that I don't even notice Mutou approaching my desk. Sure, what's this about?
It's about that duct tape you stole last week. I need it back. I'm so out of it right now.
I can tell. It's probably better if we speak outside the classroom.
Outside?
Something about this doesn't sound too good, but I stand up and follow him out into the hallway.
What will I do now?
Mutou stands in the hallway, scratching his head as he works out what he's trying to say.
He's
Not knowing what's going on, I wait silently.
He's going to tell you need to get a date so that you can end up and sleep with her.
So that you could
before
not end up
party.
with Kenji.
Yeah, he's trying to tell you to not be gay.
I heard from the school's head nurse that you had an incident the other day.
Yeah, I kind of gave you the note that told you about that.
Yeah. Ah, so it's about that. Well, kind of, but it's not annoying. It's not anything to be worried about.
It's not annoying at all, no.
It's not annoying either. Just heart attacks, you know. Nothing bothersome. Yes, it is. Anything that can endanger your health is something to be worried about. We try our best here to prepare you for your life here. We try our best here to prepare you for life here. Part of that involves knowing your limits and how to work around them.
That's redundant.
No. It would be remiss of me if I didn't speak up about this.
In the comments, tell us if you think that sentence is redundant.
Alright, I get it. I'm sorry. Mutou closes his eyes in frustration, and I realize that this probably wasn't the best thing to say.
Yeah, you're supposed to say, are you hungover?
Just a second.
Just a second. You gonna try to not read and text at the same time again?
Yeah, because I fucked it up last time. Something tells me that you're not sorry. Pretend as much as you want, but this isn't a normal school.
It isn't?
Whoa! Shocking revelation.
Whoa. You're telling me that all schools don't have deaf, legless, armless, and... What's the other one? Blind chicks.
And burnt ones.
Shut up!
Kinda. You kinda missed it out.
Trying to leave her out on purpose.
Katawa Shoujo revelations. A lot of people have put in a lot of time, effort, and money to make sure that you and every other student here can have the same level of education as your peers.
The same exact level. It's not like you're getting one that's 10 times better or anything.
For you to abuse that by throwing out advice, especially medical advice, is plain selfish.
Yeah, but I always throw out the medical advice given to me by my doctors because doctors are idiots.
Okay.
They are.
Not quite sure if this is how he actually feels, or if it's some kind of act that he's practiced many times to guilt trip students into doing the right thing. Either way, it's working.
It's working! It's working!
Wait just a second. Christine? Why did Matt invite me to play Left 4 Dead?
What?
I'm putting Katawa Shoujo, and I can't run Left 4 Dead. And I don't own Left 4 Dead 2.
I'll play Left 4 Dead 2.
No.
Because I kind of rock at that game.
Also, I just don't own it.
Well, you can
Anyway.
go suck nuts. There's a bug on my mic right now.
Ooh, wonderful.
Why are there so many bugs in my house? There, he's off my mic. He's on the desk.
I understand. This is all new to me, and I apologize. I know my limits now, and I'll be sticking to them. Mutou appears to lighten up a little bit, satisfied that his message has been received.
This bug is still on my desk.
Just fucking deal with it.
He's fine. He's fine. Where'd he go?
So then, on to my next question. How are you finding your studies? I understand you were laid up for a while. Not too far ahead, are we? I don't really think so. I tried to keep up when I was in the hospital, so it hasn't been too hard. Mutou taps his chin and raises an eyebrow as he absorbs this information. Is that so? I suppose there are still students out there that realize the importance of learning.
Really? Because most of the students at our school just kind of say math. What is it even?
What's a math?
I don't even.
Wouldn't go that far. I was only trying to keep myself occupied in a little life support prison.
Alright, so I'm gonna have this innovator in my mouth for about 6.5 weeks. Let's do some math.
Well, yeah. Gotta keep up with these things, right? That's exactly it. One wrong move in this world and you're left behind, right?
Just like poof,
Right. Wouldn't want that to happen.
poof.
No, you wouldn't. Every week there's a new scientific discovery. Most of them mean nothing to the layperson, but any one of them could be the key to the next big thing.
He's back. The bug is back.
I bet he's the next big thing. I'll keep that in mind.
The MBT. Don't you know? He's part of the Disney's NBT.
It's obvious that Mutou's serious talk now on at 8 on Tuesdays on CBS,
What?
is over.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're supposed
And
to
he's
make a
gone
show
back
out
to
of
his
that.
standard, slightly scatterbrained approach to life.
He's on my monitor.
Lol
now.
alliteration.
He's on my monitor now. That bastard. He's right there. He's right there.
I think, in hindsight, that I prefer him this way. He's slightly more predictable in his unpredictability. Well then, I think that's all I really had to say. Let's get back inside, shall we? So you're not following along because you're fucking out about this bug.
Yeah.
You're not freaking out, you're fucking out.
Come on, don't go off the screen now.
My relief at this suggestion is insurmountable. Sure, you're the boss, right? Mutou pauses for a moment. I don't think any of my students have ever said that to me before.
You bastard.
Smack! For an instant, I consider replying to this, but something deep within me tells me to just shut my mouth and get back into the classroom.
Yeah.
Probably a smart idea.
I don't think it was. I think you should have been like, I'm gonna call you boss from now on then, boss. Got it, boss?
A few of the students jump at the sound of the door, rapidly trying to pretend that they're working on the questions on the board. Some of them don't even bother, their heads slumped on the desk as they nap. Thankfully, it would appear that Mutou doesn't even notice them.
I think he's too hungover to bother.
He turns to his desk and retrieves a scientific journal from one of the drawers. I guess I got to him there.
I don't understand. What?
You got him thinking about science and the next big thing and all that.
Okay.
Now he's going to, science the shit out of you all the time.
It's like those freaking science magazines that, what's his name gave us? Abadir.
The class returns to the near silence that Mutou and I left it in before our chat.
Is it me or are they always in science?
Yeah, there's a lot of silence in the game.
Science.
It's ironic. Yeah, there's a lot of science and silence.
Like, I don't understand. Why are they constantly in science?
Yeah, I know. Okay.
You know what?
Talking about head. Nick's feelings of tiredness and anticipation buzz around the room. Everyone here is either waiting for a chance to rest or the chance to get their last-minute preparations underway. The clock on the wall slowly ticks the remaining class time away, until finally the bells cry out, ending the torment. Before you all leave, I expect the answers for those problems by Monday.
God damn it.
The class sighs as one, instantly regretting slacking off, but still acutely aware of the more pressing issues at hand.
I would have stabbed him because he said that. I would have taken a pencil, walked up and stabbed him and left.
The classroom empties in a blink as everyone rushes to their last-minute festival preparations. I stay behind and try to quickly finish the questions so I don't have to bother with it over the rest of the weekend with the festival and all tomorrow. Oh, hello.
Oh, little girl.
Hello! Apart from me, Hanako is the only one left, obviously waiting for Lily. It's weird that Lily comes all this way to her classroom to pick her up. I expect that moving around is at least nominally harder for her than it is for Hanako.
Yeah, but Hanako doesn't like to be seen with the burn on half her face and all that. You know what I'm talking about.
But it's none of my business, and I naturally don't want to ask about it from Hanako. Despite the relative proximity of our seats, neither tries to strike up a conversation about that or anything else either, so an oppressive silence falls upon the classroom. Time passes in silence. It's probably just 15 minutes or so, but it feels longer. I turn pages of my notebook. Hanako turns pages of the novel she's reading. My pencil lead splinters against the paper just when I was about to finish a paragraph. The sounds of my irritated sigh and the subsequent fumbling around for a sharpener feel like they're breaking the mood in the classroom. Hanako keeps her eyes firmly away from my direction. Before long, Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway.
The bug's on my wall.
Deal with it.
It's because I'm the only light source in like the whole house right now.
Hanako? Her name is all it takes to make Hanako jump up from her desk and run to Lily. Aww!
Oh, you fat face right there. But wait a minute, her eye is on top of her hair.
Yeah, a little bit.
Bad drawer person thingy.
Drawer.
Person thingy.
Artist.
The drawer person thingy.
They talk quietly for a moment, but it isn't long before Lily leaves down the hall. Hanako idles back into the classroom, taking her seat once again.
We're make that show, Mr. Mutou's Serious Talk. Or Mutou's Serious Talk, whatever you want to call it. We'll make it. It'll come out in 1 week.
Yeah, okay. 1 week from when this is published, like 7 years from now.
I'm gonna have to think about it.
For the record, today, well, it's 1 a.m. So,
No,
but
no,
yesterday,
no,
when we started, is May 26th. May 26th.
God damn.
I watched Hanako out of the corner of my eye out of sheer curiosity at the idea that the two would be separated. For a couple of minutes, she does nothing but sit with her chin in her hand, staring at the desk dejectedly.
The bug's attacking me now. I think I killed it.
The boredom evidently becomes too much for her, though, so her slender frame reaching into her bag and pulling out a small book. Come to think of it, that isn't the one I saw her reading at the library. She must be quite a fast reader to get through them at this rate. She also just reads all the time.
What else is she gonna do? She's got burns. It's not like she can go run on the track.
Well, she could.
That's the point.
Just- After about 10 minutes of restlessly shuffling in her seat and trying to read, Hanako closes her books and leaves too. As should I, since the assignment is all but finished and there's nothing else to do in the classroom. Not that I have anything to do anywhere else either. The school is a beehive of activity, but nobody pays me any heed. I saunter past classrooms with students frantically doing this and that, buzzing around like little worker bees.
Yeah, they look like little worker bees, except they're gray.
You wouldn't guess that the school day's over.
I would.
It's a bit quieter outside, but not by much. People zip by left and right, hurrying as quick as they can, busy and energetic. I feel the opposite. The midday sun and the loud as hell afternoon track seems to be draining all the spirit out of my body, making it feel limp all over.
Freaking afternoon.
Warm, soft air flows inside my shirt, feeling like a cushion.
That's what this song reminds me of.
I yawn lazily, thinking about what I'd do. I drop off my books at the dorms first, and then something I haven't decided yet. Maybe Kenji's in his room.
Oh, why would you ever want to talk to Kenji?
Oh no, bro.
Maybe it's
On the way to the dorms, I spot Emmy coming my way, running despite not having those weird running prosthetics on. I wave at her and she skids to a stop. Yo, Sal! Spatters of white and green paint adorn her nose and chin respectively, but her smile is wide, and as it seems it always is.
There is no green paint on her face. I would just like to point that out.
False. She leans closer to me, amplifying the feeling that she's examining me. What you doing? Nothing, really. I don't have anything to do for the festival, and everyone else seems to be doing something important. That's perfect! Then you can help me in Red. With the festival preparations? Yeah, I'm not sure I'd be of much help. That's fine. I'm not much help either.
How long have we been going at this? Because I'm trying to see if we're moving any faster.
We've been at this for about an hour and 45 minutes. Emmy grabs my wrist and starts dragging me back inside the school quite forcefully. Even her walking speed is more like jogging, making me stumble over myself simply trying to keep up.
Have fun trying to keep up with a girl with no legs. Oh, burn.
The stairs slow me down a little bit. Maybe it's hard to climb with her legs, or maybe she's finally run out of breath.
I don't know. Tell me.
We all go all the way back to the third floor into the seniors hallway, ending up where I left 5 minutes ago. I could have just stayed there, waiting for Emmy, had I known. So is Rin working on that mural still? That's right. She needs all kinds of paints and brushes and stuff, so I went to go get them from the art classroom. And you need me to help with that? Well, Rin told me you'd already helped her, so I thought you wouldn't mind.
I mind. I was
I see.
I was kind of gonna go talk to, but Lily doesn't. But I was gonna try to go talk to Kenji for a little bit, maybe be that stupid guy that talks to Kenji.
But then, whoops, girls.
Yep, girls.